Have you ever watched an anime that left you speechless? An ending so perfect, a twist so unexpected, or a character arc so emotional that it lingers in your mind for days? That's the magic of storytelling done right. But what exactly makes anime storytelling so powerful? Is it the breathtaking animation, the unforgettable characters, or something deeper? Today, we're diving into the genius behind anime storytelling, breaking down how it hooks us, plays with our emotions, and keeps us coming back for more. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see your favorite anime in a whole new way. At first glance, Mob Psycho 100 looks like a goofy, over-the-top action anime. But don't be fooled. This show is one of the smartest, most heartfelt, and best-written series out there. Most anime protagonists with crazy powers dream of being the strongest. But Mob, he just wants a normal life. He wants friends, he wants to impress his crush, and most of all, he wants to learn how to navigate his emotions without them turning into earthquakes. Every episode is a lesson in personal growth. He struggles with self-worth, with relationships, with figuring out who he is outside of his abilities. And unlike most shonen heroes, Mob isn't loud or confident. He's quiet, awkward, and deeply introspective, making his growth feel incredibly real. Then there's Reigen, his self-proclaimed mentor, and one of the most brilliantly written characters in anime. On the surface, Reigen is a con artist who pretends to have psychic powers to run a cheap exorcism business. But as the series goes on, we see a different side of him. He may be a scammer, but he's also a genuinely good mentor. Screenwriter Hiroshi Seko, known for Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen, delivers a perfect blend of action, comedy, and surprisingly deep emotional storytelling. The fights are insane, the humor is sharp, but the heart of the story? It's all about growing up. If you've ever been moved to tears by a story, Violet Evergarden will absolutely wreck you. This anime is painfully beautiful. It tells the story of Violet, a former child soldier who knows nothing but war, until one fateful battle leaves her without both arms, and without the only person who ever truly cared for her. The last words she hears from him, "I love you." But what do those words even mean? Lost and searching for purpose, Violet begins a new life as an auto-memory doll, someone who writes letters for others, putting their unspoken emotions into words. But here's the thing, she doesn't understand emotions herself. Each episode follows her journey as she helps strangers express their love, grief, regret, and hope, slowly uncovering what it means to feel and to be human. What makes Violet Evergarden such a masterpiece is its deliberate storytelling. Nothing is rushed. Every moment is carefully crafted, and each character she meets reflects a different kind of love, loss, or healing. The show doesn't tell you about her growth. It shows you, through quiet moments, heartfelt letters, and the emotions she doesn't yet have the words for. And then there's the animation. Kyoto Animation goes all out. Every frame looks like a painting. Every scene drips with raw emotion. This is the kind of show that proves great writing doesn't need explosions or high-stakes battles. Sometimes, all it takes is a single letter and the right words at the right time. Anime has explored many art forms, but few as beautifully as Showa Jinroku Rakugo Shinju. This series isn't about action, superpowers, or grand battles. It's about stories themselves. It follows Kyoji, a former convict who dreams of mastering Rakugo, a traditional form of comedic storytelling. But when he becomes the apprentice of Yakumo, a legendary performer with a haunted past, the real story unfolds. What makes Showa Jinroku Rakugo Shinju brilliant is how it layers its narrative. As Kyoji learns Rakugo, we also unravel Yakumo's tragic history, his relationships, regrets, and the burden of legacy. But here's where the writing truly shines. Rakugo itself becomes a storytelling tool. Instead of characters saying how they feel, their emotions are hidden in performances. A joke can mask heartbreak. A laugh can carry regret. The show trusts silence just as much as words. Every hesitation, every glance, every pause matters. This isn't just an anime about storytelling. It's an anime about life. The power of stories to connect, to heal, and to carry emotions words alone can't express. Few anime nail suspense and moral complexity like Monster. This isn't just a thriller. It's a masterclass in storytelling. Dr. Kenzo Tenma is a Japanese neurosurgeon in Dusseldorf, Germany. His life is on track until one fateful decision changes everything. He chooses to save a young boy named Johann Liebert over an influential politician. It seems like the right thing to do, until Tenma learns, years later, that Johann has become a terrifying, manipulative killer. Now, Tenma is on a desperate journey, not just to stop Johann, but to confront the weight of his own actions. Did he save an innocent life, or unleash a monster on the world? What makes Monster brilliant is its subtlety. There's no supernatural twist, no over-the-top battles, just pure, psychological tension. And Johann, he's not a typical anime villain. No loud speeches, no unnecessary cruelty, just chilling control. He manipulates, whispers, and destroys lives without ever lifting a finger. He makes you question who the real villain is. And the writing? Every conversation is loaded with subtext. Every quiet moment builds tension. Set in post-Cold War Europe, the world feels cold, eerie, and unsettlingly real. The slow burn pacing isn't just good, it's necessary, making every revelation hit hard.
9年前、先生は僕の命を助けてくれたでしょう。
This isn't just a cat and mouse game. It's a battle of wits with some of the sharpest writing in anime history. Light Yagami is a high school prodigy who stumbles upon the Death Note, a notebook that lets him kill anyone just by writing their name. At first, he believes he's creating a better world, free of criminals. But power is a dangerous thing, and soon, Light isn't just fighting criminals. He's playing God. His descent from genius student to ruthless mastermind is one of anime's most brilliant character arcs. But what really makes Death Note shine is his opponent, L. L is unlike any detective you've seen before. Eccentric, unpredictable, and just as brilliant as Light. Their battle isn't fought with weapons, but with words, strategy, and manipulation. Every conversation is psychological chess, where even the smallest slip-up could mean death. The pacing is tight, the dialogue is razor-sharp, and the moral dilemmas are intense. And unlike many shows that over-explain, Death Note trusts its audience to keep up. It makes you feel like you're part of the game, analyzing every move. It's this mix of intelligent storytelling, masterful pacing, and unforgettable characters that makes Death Note one of the best-written anime ever. Mental health is rarely explored with as much care and authenticity as in March Comes In Like a Lion, written by Yakido Kazawa. This deeply introspective anime follows Rei Kiriyama, a young shogi prodigy weighed down by loneliness, depression, and self-doubt. But what makes this series remarkable is that it's not just about his pain. It's about the slow, quiet journey toward healing, showing that recovery is never linear, but filled with both setbacks and moments of light. Rei excels at shogi, but struggles with everyday life, isolating himself from others out of fear of being a burden. That begins to change when he meets the Kawamoto sisters, 3 kind-hearted girls who offer him the warmth of family he never had. The writing is delicate but powerful, capturing emotions through subtle details, a slight hesitation before speaking, a shift in posture, an unspoken thought hanging in the air. Every interaction feels genuine, making even the smallest moments feel profoundly significant. What makes March Comes In Like a Lion exceptional is its masterful balance between heartbreak and hope. Even in its heaviest moments, it never succumbs to despair. Instead, it finds beauty in life's simplest joys, a home-cooked meal, a winter morning, a quiet laugh shared between friends. Time travel in fiction is usually a mess. Paradoxes, convoluted logic, plot holes everywhere. But Steins Gate, it's different. Written by Juki Hanada. This anime turns time travel into something more than just a sci-fi gimmick. It makes it personal. At the heart of it all is Rintaro Okabe, a self-proclaimed mad scientist who's more eccentric dreamer than actual genius. His over-the-top personality adds humor, but underneath the theatrics is a man carrying the weight of impossible choices. The first half of the anime takes its time, letting us bond with Okabe and his oddball lab members as they accidentally stumble upon a time-traveling microwave. Yes, you heard that right. At first, it's all harmless fun, until one irreversible moment changes everything. And that's when Steins Gate shifts gears. The stakes skyrocket. Every choice has devastating consequences. But what sets this story apart from typical time travel chaos is its emotional depth. It's not about technobabble. It's about sacrifice, regret, and the desperate fight to save the ones you love. Miki's Kurisu, one of the most brilliantly written female leads in sci-fi anime. By the time the finale hits, every decision, every painful moment, every sacrifice, it all matters.
I am mad scientist. It's so cool. Son of a bitch.
Some anime tell a great story. Others define a generation. Cowboy Bebop, written by Keiko Nabimoto, is both. This genre-blending space western isn't just an anime. It's a masterclass in character-driven storytelling that lingers long after the credits roll, effortlessly blending action, philosophy, and raw human emotion. The series follows bounty hunters Spike Spiegel and Jet Black as they roam the galaxy, chasing criminals while trying and failing to outrun their own pasts. Along the way, they're joined by Faye Valentine, a gambler with no memory of her past, Ed, a chaotic genius hacker, and Ein, a hyper-intelligent corgi. The writing shines through its restraint. Every piece of dialogue is natural, yet layered with subtext. Instead of spelling out emotions, the show lets them surface through body language, silence, and action. Spike's nonchalant attitude isn't just cool, it's a mask for buried pain. Faye's bravado hides deep loneliness. Even the self-contained bounty hunting episodes contribute to the larger, emotionally charged narrative, subtly guiding the audience toward a finale that is as devastating as it is unforgettable.
相変わらずあんたの作る飯はまずいな。その割に随分食ってるだ。
At first glance, Hunter x Hunter looks like your standard adventure anime. Bright-eyed protagonist, big dreams, and an epic journey. But don't be fooled. Written by Yoshihiro Togashi, this series doesn't just follow the shonen formula. It flips it upside down. Gon Freaks is your typical cheerful protagonist. Or so you think. He sets off on a quest to become a hunter and find his absent father. But as the story unfolds, his idealism cracks, revealing a character who is far more layered and at times unsettling than he first appears. One of the biggest strengths of Hunter x Hunter is how it refuses to follow cliches. Battles aren't won by sheer strength, but by intelligence, strategy, and psychological warfare. The Nen power system is one of the most complex in anime, allowing for fights where wit often triumphs over raw ability. But the real heart of the story? The characters. Gon's bond with Killua Zoldyck, a child assassin trying to escape his dark past, adds emotional weight beyond the typical shonen rival dynamic. Then there are the arcs. York New City brings crime, thriller intensity, while Chimera Ant goes beyond what any shonen has attempted, exploring morality, existentialism, and the thin line between good and evil. Despite its infamous hiatuses, Hunter x Hunter remains a storytelling masterpiece, proving that shonen anime isn't about sticking to a formula, it's about breaking it.
ところで、僕がキラーをやるのは
Overpowered protagonists are nothing new in anime, but solo leveling, it makes that journey to power feel earned. Written by Chugong, solo leveling starts with Jin Wusong, one of the weakest hunters in a world where humanity fights terrifying creatures inside deadly dungeons. He's mocked, underestimated, and left behind, until one fateful mission nearly kills him, and grants him a unique ability that changes everything. Jin Woo doesn't just level up, he grinds his way to dominance. Every battle, every upgrade, every moment of survival feels exhilarating. But this isn't just about raw power. It's about revenge, ambition, and rewriting his own destiny. And it's not just Jin Woo that makes solo leveling stand out. The world itself is rich with lore, hunter rankings, political intrigue, and mysteries surrounding the dungeons keep the story engaging beyond just the fights. With A1 Pictures bringing the manhwa's stunning visuals to life, the anime adaptation delivers breathtaking animation, explosive battles, and a soundtrack that amplifies every moment. Some details, like Jinwoo's nationality, were tweaked for a global audience, but the essence of the story remains intact. Solo leveling isn't just another power fantasy. It's a relentless, visually spectacular rise to greatness. Proof that sometimes, the weak don't just survive, they take over.
Yuki!
So what do you think? Which anime has told a story so well that it completely blew your mind? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your favorites. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of anime.